Hello, hello.
The sun was on. Okay. Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Very good. How are you?
Busy. Today's so busy.
Yeah.
Uh, Good busy though. Just got off the phone with like 5 leads in the past 20 minutes. Um, so yeah, we're pulling through. Super busy.
Pulling through.
Yeah, I just actually just now was able to listen to your feedback from the phone call that I sent because it's been literally phone call after phone call this past week. So trying to play catch up now. So I appreciate you taking the time listening. Um, Wanted to touch base about that really quick too. I don't have super too much to talk about. Just still trying to wrap my brain around. We're just busy and it's trying to be able to handle the good busy. So trying to like find a way where I can just, okay, this is good. We're getting deals, but oh my God, there's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
14
for
transactions, purchases.
this month, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. That's kind of wild.
Is
I
that
know
is that right?
I think so. Yeah, because I know I counted. It's been going up. So I'm assuming the last time I counted, I think it was around like 10. So I think now that I put some of those on like our board, I think yeah, it does count for 14 at this point.
Two, one, one, 14.
Kind of crazy.
July 2,
Yeah.
1, 1, 14.
Huge.
Yeah, I mean, like, I hope that's hard. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
10x.
Yeah. That's kind of insane. And then I mean we're going to get more too because I'm on the verge of that process with other leads at the moment too. So it's just yeah, it's a it's a lot. And just I think it's important for us to have meetings with you, but also as a team where we're like, hey guys, like let's figure this out because we're gonna get fucking just swept under with all this if we don't act like now the way that we need to. Yeah. Like we have to get on this. It's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. um, so, I mean, where do you want to start?
Let's start there. That's where I'm at right now. I'm literally, I haven't been able to stop all day. So I think it's good to just kind of decompress and get your feedback on all that. So let's start
Mhm.
there. I mean, if you have any idea, I mean, I know I'm curious to what your thoughts are with that, I guess.
Just with the volume adjustment?
Yeah. Like, and just what advice, I guess, on everyone in the position that we're in, or just what you think I could do better, I guess, to make it not less difficult. It's gonna be difficult regardless, but it's more, I guess, easier, an easy flow. If you have any ideas, something.
um, I'm gonna give really corny advice right now,
That's
but
nice.
it's true. Um, it's remain calm. In being very serious about that. um, in moments like this, you have to remain calm. Know that as as you go through a process like this, where you're going to be doing things for the first time with 14 purchases. That's more than the company's probably ever purchased. That's more than you've ever purchased. There's a lot of new
Mm,
mixed in there that we don't know yet because every transaction is slightly different, frankly.
mhm,
And so there's just going to be like, oh shit, then okay, oh boy, as you go through it.
mhm,
That's just going to be the way it is. Oh, this lender, oh, this adjustment, this inspection,
mm,
we need a reduction. Those numbers don't work anymore. What do you mean? I already told the seller that.
mhm. Yep.
What do you mean we need 2 more weeks? I already said no.
Yeah.
Mm, okay.
Mhm,
That's all coming. Know that that's excuse me. No, just know that that's coming. That's normal. That's not broken. That's not that's not anything outside of the reality of taking on that many new things all at once. Let alone that it's a truth for most teams, even the good teams are going to have a hard time swallowing that. Now, you guys are, a lot of new going on here.
Mhm.
um, so just so I say all of that to just know that, between you and I, the keys are not falling into the drama or creating more drama.
Okay.
There's going to be plenty,
Right.
depending on who's on the phone and who's this and who's that. There's going to be plenty.
Mm-hmm.
So, being mindful of not drawing it, being mindful that the calm mind is what's needed. Period.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you're not going to be perfect. Okay. So nobody has that expectation. Don't put that expectation on yourself. But just when you find yourself in those moments, just I hope these words ring to your mind that just like take a step back and calm yourself. If that means an extra walk, if that means something that you need to self remedy to create that, do it.
Okay.
Do it. Okay. Do not hold back on that. Because if you do, it can spiral, right?
Right.
It
Yeah.
gets once one ball hits the ground, then da, ba, da, you know, right?
Yep.
And a lot of it's going to be out of your control, so you're going to be holding the weight of stuff situationally is not okay.
Right.
So understand that that's all coming through. Now the other part about real estate is that everything's negotiable. Nothing's written in stone. As much as people think things are written in stone, it ain't written in stone.
Mm-hmm.
Things get moved, days go late. That's not legal, but that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We're way out of contract. The dates don't match. We closed.
Yeah.
Okay. So just know like that exists. And so I use that, as a, just a mental tool just to know like when you think like, oh, we expired the contract or this, it's like the world is melting. No, it's not.
Right.
All we need to do is get back to an agreement. As long as everybody still wants to move forward, where there's a will, there's a way. We're all going to figure out and move forward. The problem is if there's one person that wants out of the contract, they look for these little loopholes in up. We expired that date. We're out.
Right.
Okay. So if you're playing a game where you're strong arming sales, okay, that means that you got it under contract and we're pulling it forward, whether they like it or not. I hope they like it, but who cares? Okay. It's
Mm-hmm.
nice when they like it, but we got the contract. We're going.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Those contracts will fall apart in these moments.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, gone. They got upset. They pissed off. Blah. Okay. That's the result of strong arming transactions.
Right.
If there's a true alignment in the transaction, they want to close just like you want to close. Things stay together.
Right. Like glue.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the truth. So I always focus on that part of my sales, the rapport, the alignment, are we sure that we're doing the right thing together? Like we're going like, as long as we have that, then the details of the date and a fee came up, or it's all meaningless if we're going for the greater purpose of the transaction, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah. I agree. Definitely.
Right.
Yep.
So just this is going to be a really good, obviously this is a tremendous learning moment.
Absolutely.
So having this level of awareness and seeing the transactions, you'll see a transaction in here that might not have the perfect alignment.
Mhm.
Okay. Don't fight as hard for those.
Okay. I gotta
Right.
learn. Mhm.
the I'm not saying roll over, give up. Hey, you're misreading me if you get that.
Right.
But what I did learn is, like, if the alignment's not there, the alignment's not there.
Right.
Work to find the alignment so that the problems go away. And if you can't, then the problems will continue.
Right.
You'll just, and the next one's just, you solve that, the next one's coming. Tomorrow you'll wake up, ah, shit, ah.
Yeah, definitely. That
Okay.
makes sense.
So, I just, if there's an alignment issue that can't be solved, then I call it to the team. Okay, guys, it's because this will, that's where the trickle effect of, like, if this file sucks up all of my energy, then these other good files are going to start suffering,
Right.
right? And when we have 14, it's not one or two,
Mhm.
5, 6, and 7 are hurting,
Yep. Exactly it.
right? Let alone 10, 11, 12, 13.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah, and that's, I mean, I think that's the key in this situation. I'm literally learning the balance of that, of what that entails, and because I'm already seeing, I mean, for the most part, we're not having crazy issues with all of them, but some of them are showing early signs. So it's more of having that, oh, that's a red flag right there. That's something to keep in mind. So I'm looking out for it. And that's a huge learning experience.
Mm-hmm,
Like huge.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mhm.
If you look surface level, you'll solve surface level, and they'll just keep going. So
Mhm.
always look for the greater purpose. Just the alignment is the key. It's the glue,
Right.
right? So
Definitely.
now, it's the more experience that you have in this, kind of awareness per the files, and what really makes it an easy file versus what's a hell of a file, right?
Mhm.
As you gain more and more experience with that, um, you'll know to identify it up front.
Right.
Okay, the warning signs will be far more clear earlier on in the file.
Yeah.
You'll learn to solve it. Some of them, you'll be like, damn, I could actually solve that in the freaking first phone call.
Oh, that's true. Right.
Just like, I putting a flashlight somewhere that you didn't realize before, that showed up over, damn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good point. Didn't think about that. Right. So this volume is helping, I guess,
Yeah.
because it's almost giving me a head start of, all right, here's this. Now you got to learn one way or the other.
Yep. An example of this would be like a conflicting family member that, in a transaction, you got yes, you got contract, you get da, 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 but now we're in escrow. Now shit's real. Now a family member's like, whoa, hey, what? I didn't know that was happening, and you know what? I don't really like it. I don't legally can stop it, but I'm going to emotionally blackmail the shit out of this thing right
Mhm.
now. And you're
Yep.
like, whoa, where did that come from? Nobody told me you got psychopath ready to frickin' tear the shit apart. Or
Mhm. I've seen that happen before I came along. That was something that fell apart because of that super similar situation where we had no idea that there was other people involved. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't just make that out of thin air.
I'm sure. Has it happened to you more than once, or is it like,
Are you kidding
yeah,
me?
yeah.
In probate,
Mhm.
welcome to the family.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're working with.
Yep.
Okay. I sniff that shit a mile away. Hey, how's the family doing? How you guys all friends? Are you guys at war? How you guys doing?
Yeah.
I literally I walk right into the family room like that. Hey, what's up, guys? You guys all like each other? You guys hate each other? What's up? I'm curious. And you see the react, oh, well, and you see some people light up, and some people are like, oh shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking figure all this out. Why? Because money's on the line, and money is the truth. Let's
Right.
go.
Do they ever not give you the honest truth in the beginning?
Everybody's lying.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because I'm like, why am I not getting a straight answer at all in the beginning?
Everybody's lying.
Yeah. Okay, good to know. I mean, not good to know, but you know what I mean.
You
All
have
right.
to understand that.
Yeah.
Everybody's lying. It's not that. Let me rephrase that. We all live in our own truth.
True. Yep.
What's the difference?
Right.
A perspective is the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
So
true.
that's what I mean. Like to me, yeah, I just assume it's your vantage point. That's your, okay, I'm here to listen. But do I think that it is just only that?
Right. Right. Because I mean, we'll never know the full story. We can't ever know. So it's more so trying to take everyone's perspective and put it into one. So
Finding the path,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But if the path is like dead end, I'm out. Right? But whoa, there's the path. There it is. You guys aren't seeing it, but no, it's right there. I just need, yep, come over here. Yeah, wait, over here. There's the path. Everybody on? Let's go. Okay. Like,
Mm.
that's our job. We have to see the path. They don't know the path,
Right. They're blind.
right? Or they might have somebody like, yeah, the path's over there. I sold the house 15 years. Like, oh shit. No. It's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen that already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let alone the backseat driver,
Yeah. My agent friend told me this. Yeah.
happens all
Yeah.
the time. You
Yeah.
just so you have to assume that stuff is happening. That's why, like, the deeper layer of these scripts and the psychology of what we're doing, it's like I'm trying to get to the truth always. That's
Yeah.
why I always want everybody to feel free to speak the truth to me, their version of the truth.
Yeah. What if they're not open though? Like what if you ask questions and trying to be sensitive, but also not pry too much? I mean, I know the goal is to have a huge understanding. That way we know exactly how to navigate. But what if someone is like, does not want to give information about like family situations, all that?
Mm.
How would you navigate that or deal with that?
Oh, some of the most sensitive moments, right?
Yeah.
Is what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, so situational. Like, let's put one on the table. What?
Sure.
Let's.
This happened literally 10 minutes before I called you. We got on this phone. He said, hey, I received a flyer from you guys. I just want to, yeah, I actually want you guys to come check the house out. I'm like, oh, cool. That's great. Good to know. I'm so happy. I noticed, I didn't tell him this, but I noticed that he called in the probate line that we have. So I'm like, oh, okay. So is your house, sir? Like, what's the situation here? He said, yeah, I just inherited it. It's, kind of a long story. I'm like, well, hey, I have the time and I understand is there people involved? Like, are there people in the inheritance? He's like, yeah, there's like 3 or 4. I'm like, wow, that's a lot. And he goes, yeah, I'm just trying to see, how much we can get. It's just that it's going to be a long process. It's probably might take like 6 months to a year. I'm like, wow, just I was trying to let him know that unfortunately, but fortunately, we've dealt with this before. We are definitely the people to help you out because we've been in these situations. So we are the people to help me navigate through all this. So long story short, I was trying to pick at it and say, just so I have an idea, are these your siblings? Like, just I want to get a better understanding because are they interested in selling as well? No, what's their thought process on this? And he's like, let's just say that kind of like their siblings. I'm like, okay. So he goes, it's a really complex, crazy situation. Again, I sound more happier than he does. He's super straightforward, like does not want to give me much, just wants to get back to business talking about the house. So at that point, I'm trying to pick and say, okay, so again, just to confirm they're on board with this process, I want to make sure I only ask this because we've dealt with this in the past where other people aren't happy about someone else in the inheritance reaching out. So he's like, yeah, they're on board. I mean, but it might take a while. There's a lot of people. So some might not want to, some might, I don't know. It's just a lot. So he just kind of left it at that. That's what he said. So I didn't know how the heck to go about that one because he was giving me some and then pulling all the way back and then yeah. So it was hard to figure out.
Yeah. So here's some. I've listened to a couple of your phone calls.
Yeah.
And here's something that that you do. Um,
Lay it on me. Go ahead.
yeah, that is showing up in these environments. Here, you you deliver this in a very nice, soft, friendly, bubbly, all okay. That's the delivery, which is a great thing.
Mhm.
But you're ahead on you're ahead on the sale.
Yeah,
Okay.
like too far. Yeah, I
So
know.
now here's the thing. Um, this is really important feedback because um, it's something that as I coach you, I don't want to pull back so
Back.
far, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's moments where your approach is golden,
Hmm.
but there's also moments where your approach is hurting you.
Yeah.
And this is in the when the people are not as forthcoming, um you layer on, and
Yeah. Almost too much.
you layer it on, right? And you do it in
Yeah.
such a friendly way. It's not offensive,
Right. Yeah.
okay?
Not disrespectful.
No, not disrespectful, okay? So but it's uncomfortable,
Mm, yeah. I
okay?
can see that.
Okay, because you're like, hey, no, we're friends. That's my job. No, no, come here. I hug. I'm
Yeah.
the hugger, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's your energy. You're like, yay,
Like,
right?
I got you. Don't worry.
I
Yeah. But
got you. No, you did. So come on, tell me. Like you're doing that stuff, right?
yeah.
And but what just for your own awareness, like the person on the other side of that phone might just be the flat opposite.
Right.
So no, not that they don't like that. They're just where they're at is like, dude, I don't talk to anybody
Right. Right. Right.
about my finances. Right.
Right.
The
Yeah.
fact that I'm on the phone right now talking to anybody about this is a huge stretch for me.
True.
And you're asking for hugs, like
Right.
I like hold on. It's not that I'm opposed to hugging. I just like my name is.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is how I operate right now.
Right.
I'm digesting this whole thing.
Right.
I haven't even really processed all of this shit that it's like I don't even know how to communicate it.
Right. And this whole conversation might be their first attempt to kind of make that step. So yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're just like, no, 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 they're just like,
Whoa.
it's not no, but man, I'm not I'm not like level 10 with you right now. I'm like level 3 with myself and level 1 with you.
Right. Right. I can see that for sure.
Okay. So, um, when as you pick up on that, right now you're gonna carry a little higher level of awareness to those moments showing up. So when you start feeling like you're ahead, and they're like, "Well, I'm not huggy right yet," right?
Mhm.
Okay, you can just stop. Okay,
Okay.
you can just and I literally because I do this too. Like I relate with you. Like, no, no, no. I'm like, no, you're coming in here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, we're friendly here. You're coming in. Like,
Yeah.
like I do that. Um, but then I'll learn that moment to just stop, and
Okay.
I'll read like I want to meet them where they're at.
Okay.
It's my job to meet them where they're at. Okay,
Got it.
I can't always just grab people to me.
Right.
It just doesn't work that way.
Because that can push them. away.
Okay. Some people love it. They're like, fuck, I haven't had a hug like this in years. Okay, you want to talk about something else? You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I've had that.
okay, majority.
Hmm.
Okay, that's why your approach. I wouldn't want to give. I want to give this feedback and really, or this coaching is to me is really important because that is your strength
Right.
and it applies a lot. And the hug that you are able to give is something that people need most of
Right.
the time.
Hmm.
Okay, and even these people that we're talking about right here, they could still be that person that needs the hug. They're just
Not right now, though. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right? But then
True.
there could be a breakthrough where you're just like, damn, I knew there's a teddy bear in there, and holy cow,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yep. No, I hear you. Because I get why you don't want me to go too far back. Because I've had this super, it's so weird. I've had this, what you're saying, I've heard before, about maybe not being too outspoken enough. So I went the opposite. I was too outspoken. And then I'm like, oh shit, how do I have a balance? So it's having, I'm that way. That's my personality. It's once I learn something,
Mm-hmm.
I go
Apply.
that extreme. And then I'm like, oh shit, that's too much. How do I like, so that's, I hear you like 100%. That's why I'm like, yeah, that I could see that coming. Like I understand that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. But this is the right time to have the right, like this. You needed to stretch yourself here.
Right.
This is like it was necessary. Like without seeing that evidence of you doing that and we'd all
Yeah.
be not concerned, but we'd all like you'd be missing your magic, right?
True. Right.
So just know that. But these moments, there was another call where this showed up. That when you've shared
Last
calls
one.
with me, it's usually with this ingredient.
Yeah. True.
Okay,
Yeah.
so uh, yeah, okay. So what's it mean to stand back? The stand back is, well, yeah. Let me just ask you, how can I help? Let the silence be there.
Okay. I haven't done that. That's probably it right there. Letting them fill in the spaces and the gaps.
With your confidence.
Yep.
See the difference?
True.
Hold on, before we go any further, I've got a ton of questions, but what's really important here is how can I help you right now?
Got it.
2, 3 seconds before anything is said. And
Got it.
that's building in your favor.
Right.
Release the thought of I gotta fill the gaps. Oh boy, I
Yeah.
gotta fill the gaps, gotta fill.
Yeah. That's my mindset. Yeah. That's exactly what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, and it's not that that's wrong. Like you don't want dead air, right?
No, but it makes it to where they're speaking the thing that they need already before I even assume something. I assume a lot with things. So asking questions instead of assuming is what I need to do.
Okay.
Yep.
I got a lot of questions, but I want to hear from you
Right.
first and foremost. We help people through this a lot, but every time's different.
Mm.
You're unique. I get it. This is challenging. It can be. It doesn't have to be though.
Got it.
Do share,
That sounds better.
right?
Yeah. And the calm too of just not being, well, it sounds nonchalant, but it's not. It's more so, well, hey, how can I help? What can I do here to make this easier for you guys? Yeah.
My job is to meet you where you're at.
Yeah.
You know, I some things that we've been able to help our clients with are things like attorney referrals. If you have trouble with any of the legal aspects of the transaction, we work with really good attorneys through this process. We we are a buyer, so we work on that side of the real estate transaction. But if you need an appraisal or anything else to help support anything along the way, we're happy to help. So those are just some of the things that we help our clients with. If there's anything else, just let me know.
Yeah, much better. Yeah.
Right. So, because again, the whole principle is I want to match you where you're at. That's mirroring. Right.
Yeah.
That's when people feel really comfortable. So
Right.
I will charge in with the hug and the smile and the da 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 da. Learn my environment as quickly as I can, and then match.
Right. Got it.
Everybody knows that I'm the guy. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, good to see you. Everybody knows that I'm that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I don't shove it down everybody's throat, right?
Yeah.
Right. I take pride in making people uncomfortable that way. I know you're a quiet guy. I'll nudge you a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know your comfort zone. And then I'll walk by. I do that, right?
Yeah.
But I carry that higher level of awareness
Right.
that I truly not try to abuse it. Most people really like it when I push them out of their comfort zone a bit socially, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's just a little test and measure, right? I'm always doing that stuff. But in
Mm-hmm.
my mind, I'm like, I want to match them and then push them.
Right. Feel it out first before anything. Like, so that way you find a better approach, but still push in some way. But yeah, that makes sense.
And effective.
Yeah, effective. That makes sense.
Right.
Yep. I'm sinking. This is all sinking in. Got it. Okay. No, that makes sense because that was similar to the one I sent that I had a question about today. The other probate one that you had just responded back to me. So that I can see now, like, oh, that's what happened. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where I think because Rob has been super invested like in everyday life so far of just showing me different approaches, and obviously as well as talking to you, that switch like went off. Like, oh, all right, polar opposite now. Like, so it's more so of now hearing this, it clicks. It clicks to where I just need to slow down instead of just thinking of, oh, well, we gotta send this now. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. Because sometimes, I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're not. No one's thinking that way as a seller. They're not thinking about those options. They're just thinking what I have to say. And if I'm giving them too much, it's like, what the fuck? Like I'm overwhelmed. Yeah.
I ain't reading all that. Hey,
Yeah.
what'd you just say? Like,
That's
what?
true. Yeah. Yeah.
We're bite size and we're what's in it for me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We're bite size, what's in it for me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because if you ain't solving my problems, I'm just thinking about my problems.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point.
I'm filtering everything you say to see if it fits to my problems. Everything you say, the more you're talking, the more I'm trying to filter. And I don't even like.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it makes so much sense. So literally, this is going to be forever my brain. I'm glad you brought that up because it's something where I think probate is just weird for me. It's not that I have to know everything clearly, but I think somehow for situations like this, there's just so much compacted into one situation that I feel probably why I go so extreme too is that because there's a level of just so much stuff into one, I'm thinking I have to go fast and I have to figure this out as soon as possible, bring all options to the table. But then if that roles were reversed, if I was just on another phone, on another line, I'm just trying to deal with my shit. I'm just trying to deal with what I have to deal with now. Like, oh yeah, I'm the executive now. I'm the one in charge of my whole entire family. And I'm just
What does that
calling.
even mean?
Exactly. So
Trying to figure that out right now. I'm talking to you.
Right. So yes,
Right?
like you said, I'm helpful, God, so many phone calls. Sorry. I'm helpful, but almost too extreme. So I got you. That's really good to know.
Yeah, and think of it like, if your job is to match your clients, if your clients are, it's like, um, I want to consult my client. If you want to make that next step, I want to be there with you just to make that one little next step. I just want to, like, okay, we're just one step. That's what we got to do. It's right there. I'm right there with you. One step. Okay. Now
Mm,
that we did this step, so what do you see as the next step? Oh, it's step 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. And all right,
here we
let's
go.
do that quick. Right. Oh, we just did that real quick. So now what's the next step? Right. In other words, I'm measuring each step with them.
Got it. Yeah, and I haven't done that.
Because it's not all one pace necessarily, right?
Right.
And that's the thing. It's like, at the beginning, I'm with you, I'm going to move nice and slow, I'm going to understand, I'm going to do this, but then there might be a moment where we're going to have to hop, 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 but then it's a hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so that all exists. So I know we I think you've clearly got it. We beat it, but
Yeah,
I think it's good.
I'm like, pooh, yeah, that's much better. Yeah, thank you for that. I think I needed to hear that. So I'm going to use it.